Hey guys. All right, I've got something that I send out in the chat. If I can figure out how to do this from the side, and then we are going to get started. I'm not sure if that worked or not, but all right, so we are here today. We have got the full case. I believe it's 18 balls, but I'm not 100% sure. This is the Diner Series 3. These are the smaller balls, which I didn't keep any of the larger. Uh, I'm sorry, I keep saying Diner. This is the Cafe series. I did not keep any of the Diner Series 3 balls sealed so that I could show you for comparison. But in the other live stream that I did, I do compare the two. These are the smaller ones with the teal paper underlayer on the side. These are smaller. These run about $6.99 from Target, Amazon, and from the MGA website itself. So we're going to open the entire series. I did not want to take all the balls out to count them to find out how many were in here. So it's going to be a little bit of a surprise. There are 12 items as it shows us on the side. I don't want to get too far into detail because I really want the first time that I look at these items to be when I get the balls open. But I did count. We have 12 items. So if we've got 18 balls in here, we should have hopefully a full series of 12 and then 6 repeats. So we're going to see if that's how this works out. I'm going to remove the case and bring down a light box. I'm going to open each one of these in front of the light box so that I can show you all the detail that comes inside of them. I'm going to break down for you really quickly how this is going to work. So I am going to be weighing all of the items today. I want to show everybody what they look like, and I want to give you all the details, but I do not want to give you the weights today as I'm taking them, and here's the reason why. Just because one ball that you open is a certain weight does not mean that every ball that you open down the line is going to be the same weight. So I always open a minimum of 6 to 10 of each individual item and check the weights against each other before I give out a weight guide and say, this is the weight you're looking for. Because I don't want to give you inaccurate weights. I don't want to give you information that's not correct. And I don't want to give you a weight guide based on the one and only ball that I opened that was that weight. So I am going to be documenting the weights today, and hopefully by the end of the week, I should have the full weight guide accurate and done so that I can show you not only what these items look like when they are created. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for how to make them into like the what are they called? Frozen moments, where you can show that it's like in the process of being eaten, or that like the syrup is dripping off the fork back onto the plate. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to best do that and everything. So that's going to be the full length video. Today's live stream, we're just going to be opening them, taking a look at what's in the individual balls. We'll get an idea of how many and what is in each full case if you are so inclined to want to buy an entire full case at the store. This is what it looks like. It's got the dragon fruit bowl on the front of the Series 3 Diner balls. Diner, Cafe. Oh my God, I always screw this up. Sorry, the Cafe, the Diner 3 Cafe. I already did the Diner balls earlier. The Series 3 Cafe balls. That's the ones we're opening now. Sorry, I'm so bad about mixing them up. Like Diner, Cafe, they mean the same thing. So like, why wouldn't they make these the Series 3 snack balls and make the other one the Series 3 restaurant balls or cafe balls? You know what I mean? Like, seriously, why did they have to give them two names that mean the exact same thing? No wonder it's so confusing. Anyway, so here we go. We are going to open these up. I'm going to weigh each one. I'm going to document it, and I'm going to put it in my spreadsheet, and that way I can release my weight guide really soon. So I'm currently opening my spreadsheet. I showed this to you guys earlier in the other live stream that I did, but I'm going to show you again real quick what it looks like so that you can see what my spreadsheet looks like in case you want to do something similar. And here we go. Sorry, one second. Here we go. All right. So what I have on my phone is a spreadsheet. This is what I'm going to be working out of today. And so as you can see here on the far left, it says Cafe Series 3. Then it's going to say Wave 1 because this is what this product is. I don't know if Series 3 has a Wave 2. In the Series 2 guides, it always had like grayed out images to show you that there were more items that were going to be released in a second wave. And MGA is pretty famous for that with the LOL surprise. And they've done it now with 2 of the Miniverse series, actually 3, I'm sorry, because they did it with the lifestyles as well, where they released one wave and then they released a second wave that had some of the same products, but then also a bunch of new ones. So in this case, we don't have any grayed out items on the checklist. So I'm assuming maybe there's only going to be a wave 1 and we're only going to get the 12 items on this checklist. And then the next thing we're going to see is series 4. But again, I don't know for sure. It's possible they just didn't want to give us any secrets or tips and they didn't want to show us with the like grayed out images of what wave 2 might consist of. So who knows? We will find out probably January or February if there's going to be another wave or just another series. So on here, you can see that I do the name of the series. I do whether it's wave 1 or 2. Then I leave the blanks. This item or this empty line here is for where I put the weights while I'm working with them. Once I find out what the weight is going to be, I enter them over here. You can see that I've got functions programmed into my spreadsheet. It's actually taking the average of all the numbers that I add over here to the right. So as I add in the weights, it'll be adding up the averages and keeping that for me so that it makes it easier for me to figure out what weight you should be looking for the balls. And then I also organize them instead of in number order that they come in the series or alphabetical. I actually order them from lightest to heaviest so that it's easy at a glance at the store if I'm checking weights of balls. So I know what it is that I'm looking for or what I'm comparing weights to. So, okay, I'm going to move the light box down, move that box out of here, and we will get to opening because that is what everybody's here for. I know everybody wants to see what's actually in these things. Okay, so one final thing before we go. I know that everybody might be having a hard time finding these. I know that they are not out in all the stores yet. So I want you to know that if you are looking for them, you are not alone. It is not unreasonable that you have not been able to find them. They are coming into stores now, now being November 11th and 12th. If you're not seeing them on the shelf in your store, that is normal. They're not supposed to actually hit Target shelves for a few weeks. They are not street dated by the company. They've been released. The company is fine with them being sold. So if you want to go into your local Target and ask the employees to check the back and see if these have arrived, you certainly can. I'm going to give you the DPCI number, which is the Target specific product number that you need for the people that work at Target to look up the product and find out if it's been ordered, if it's on their truck, if it's in their store. Their little machines that the employees use will actually tell them where the item is located in their store. Even if it's in the back, it will tell them where to find it. Most of the time. Okay, so for the Cafe Series 3, you are looking, here's the DPCI number, so get something to write it down with. The Cafe DPCI to find these at Target is number 086 02 8705. And so if you give that number to the employees, they will be able to go in the back and check to see if they have these. Okay, the next thing you want, if you want to look for the Diner series that I already opened in another live stream, those are going to be DPCI number 086 02 2087. If you are looking for the holiday series ones, the ones that have the elf spaghetti that is like the chase item, they're hidden in the holiday boxes. Those are going to be found in the holiday section. They are in the area with the Christmas decorations where you find the stocking stuffers and small toys and candy. They're usually along the back wall of the store where the holiday decorations are, and they are located right near the Squishmallows, the Christmas Squishmallows. So if you don't see them on the floor in the store, you can ask them to check for DPCI number 086 02 1410. And that is all 3 of the current Miniverse items that are just coming out. Okay, so I am going to open up the live stream on my phone on another channel so that I can find the chat and I can answer you guys if you guys have any questions as I'm opening these. So here we go. I am looking right now. And I should be able to find my live stream. If you are in the live stream, you're going to be looking for me. I'm going to show up as Evan's Family Lego Project. So here we go. All right. Here it is. Okay. So I am now in the live stream. Okay. Sorry about that. Hang on a second. Got to turn the volume all the way down. Okay. So I am in the live stream as Evan's Family Lego Project. I will say hello. So if you have any questions, that is how I will be answering, because right now I'm using my laptop to film so that I have a good microphone. So I can't actually answer the chat on there because I can't see it. I am going to send an announcement from the actual channel. If you can give me just one moment. Okay. Not sure if I can actually do that. I can't. It's too hard to do from an angle. All right, let's just worry about opening these things. All right, I've got my chat open. I've got my spreadsheet going, and I'm going to weigh the first one so that we can get to actually opening these things. Okay, here we go. So, like I said, I'm not going to give you guys these weights because I want them to be accurate. But by the end of the week, I will have opened about 7 cases of these, so I will definitely have the weights for you. All right. So here we go. Got the first one. I've got the weight on it. And we are going to pop this thing open and see what we got. This is a very sharp X-Acto knife that my husband got me. And it works fantastic for opening these things without a bunch of messing with the paper. All right. So in this first one, we've got a Just Like Home placemat that is really cute. Hopefully you can see that okay. And we're going to start opening the packages. Okay, so we've got chives. So I know for a fact that there are only a couple of items in this checklist that I really, really wanted, that I had already kind of seen on other people's social media. And that means that this is going to be one of those items. Let's take a look at the checklist. So we've got s'mores, birthday cookies, iced matcha latte, mango popsicles, Choco Bear Pops, blue raspberry snow cones, a bagel with lox, the dragon fruit bowl that is on the front of the box, banana berry smoothie, pickles, which I'm so excited about that one, chicken noodle soup, and the baked potato. And the baked potato comes with chives and the placemat, so that is going to be this one that we are opening first. So unlike the other series, the diner series, the cafe ones do not come with the tables. All right, we've got the resin, which is sour cream. Sorry about that, clumsy. Get the sour cream container for the baked potato. We've got our long blue package is always going to be your utensils. In this one, every time you are going to get the tweezers that come with the set. You're also going to get the fork, plastic fork. All right. And last but not least, we've got a plate. Oh, wait. That's not last. That would be really bad if that was the last one. We've got the most important one, which is the baked potatoes. Oh my gosh. They are wrapped up in foil. Can you see that? That is so stinking cute. Okay, so they are taped. I'm going to pop the tape open because I want to take a look at these up close. So we open the plastic. And inside, in what looks like aluminum foil, although I'm pretty sure it's just colored paper, we have 2 baked potatoes. That is unbelievably cute. Oh my God. Wow, that is so accurate. Look at that baked potato. Oh my gosh. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Are you ready for this? Here's your potato, right? I was like, oh, how are you supposed to put items inside of it? Because it's like filled. You ready for this? The top of the potato is filled with kinetic sand, potato colored kinetic sand. The whole potato is filled with that. So you can actually dig out the top of the potato and like make it as full or empty as you want. You have outdone yourselves again, mini brands. Oh my God. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, as far as miniatures go, they hit it out of the park. Look at this. You could actually, like, it's potato skins, and the potato is filled with this. I'm stunned. I mean, I just assumed it was like one plastic baked potato and you were just supposed to put the toppings on, but this is the coolest thing ever. Wow, that is so awesome. Like, you can really make that potato look as real as you want it to. That unbelievable. Wow, kudos. Kudos, MGA. You nailed it. I mean, as far as this, hands down, favorite Miniverse item I've ever opened. Wow. That's that's nuts. That's crazy. So we've got incredible baked potatoes. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. That's just like that's crazy. I'm like speechless. Baked potato. Okay. So let me put that on the bag. This is what I do. I'm going to be putting them into Ziploc bags because I'm not going to be creating them today. I'm going to be filming my full video along with my weight guide with my mini me hosting, which is a custom rainbow high doll that looks like me. So I'm going to be putting all of these into individual bags. And then, of course, my duplicates, as always, will end up going on my Mercari shop. So right now, so far, we've got baked potatoes, and that is the first one that I've opened. So I'm going to go ahead and put the weight over here and make sure that I record that. Perfect. So baked potato, we have one item. Great. All right. So let's get into number 2. I'm going to record the weight really quickly. So it does look so far like the ones that I have opened. It looks like the weights vary pretty well. So hopefully this series of 12 items will be easy to distinguish one from another when you're at the store. I love being able to take the little scale. I'll show you guys real quick. This is the scale. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, this is the scale that I use. It is a gram scale. I got it from Amazon. There is a link in the description of all of my Miniverse videos that tells you how you can get this scale using my affiliate link. It runs about $16. It's extremely accurate. The batteries last forever. And it is what I use to record all the weights. So if you are taking this in a pocketbook or a pocket into Target and then weighing these balls in the aisle, obviously you can't hold it in your hand, but you put it on a shelf, you turn it on, you hit tear. When it zeroes out, you put the ball on there, you get the weight, and then you should know using my guide what item is in the ball. So now you can just buy the ones that you want and you don't have to get duplicates. And that is the answer. Nobody should have to buy surprise toys and have no idea what they're getting, no idea what they're spending their money on, and end up getting a bunch of duplicates that they don't want. I don't believe in that. So that is why I've been creating these weight guides for you guys. And I want to make sure that everybody gets exactly what they want every time. So, all right, ball number 2. Let's do this. We got it open. We are going to open the items one at a time. And the first thing is, there's 2 things in here. These are the bear pops. So obviously we know right away what these are. Since this is my first copy of each of these items, I am going to open them to show you the ingredients up close because these are my copies. These are the ones I'm going to ultimately be making on my channel. So I don't mind. I still tend to carefully open them so that if I'm recording, I can make it look like my mini-me is opening them for the first time. I'm going to put a thin slice down the back of the packaging. And then I can actually remove the item from the package. You just got to work it out there. And I can actually take it out and show you what the ingredients look like. So here you go. We've got a little tiny ice cream popsicle that looks like a bear. It's got a little bear face on it. Comes with a popsicle stick stuck in the end. And it's just regular plastic. It's like hard plastic, but super cute. I'll stash that back in the package. And you do get 2 of them. So you'll be able to make chocolate covered bear pops. And I think they come with like nuts for you. Yeah, there you go. So there's nuts, which is, it feels like sand. I'm assuming it's tiny little pieces of like colored sand that are meant to look like nuts for you to dip the chocolate dipped popsicles into. So here is the chocolate dip. This is exactly like the pot of chocolate dip that we got in series 2 with the chocolate covered strawberries. And here we go is the stand. I'm not going to take the popsicle back out, but basically there's holes in the plastic stand. You put the popsicles in there. It'll be nice for when they're drying, when you're curing them, because you can put the items in the stand to dry, which is great. You don't have to lay them down. And then last but not least, in here we get the tweezers. So that is everything that comes with the Choco Bear Pops. I'm just going to record the weight real quick. Chocolate Bear Pops are, here we go. Got that on my list. Okay. All right. So let's open the next one. All right. Got my scale. And I'm going to keep track on my checklist here of how many we've opened of what. Oh, wait. I forgot to bag this one. That's silly. I'm getting myself all out of order here. All right. Here we go. Let's Choco Bear Pops. Okay. Got my bag. I will bag up all of this. And there we go. All right. Set that aside. All right. Next item is on the scale. Check it out and put that onto the spreadsheet. Recording the weights in grams. And we will open that one up next. So I have not opened any of these yet. This is literally the first time I'm actually seeing the cafe series. So I am taking a look at these for the first time with you guys. When I did my live stream of the diner series, I had actually started it yesterday, but my 2-year-old son was with me at my office, and normally he's super well behaved, but for whatever reason yesterday, he just was demanding my attention 100% of the time. And I started the live stream twice, and both times I had to stop it because Bluey was not enough to entertain him. He needed mommy, and so I had to end the live stream. All right, so here we go. In this second package, we are getting sugar cookies, which are incredible. They look fantastic. They're like shaped and shaded exactly like real cookies. They don't look like pucks, like perfectly round, even, pieces of plastic. Like they actually look like cookies, which is just incredible. I love it. Okay, so I am recording the weight so that I know that this one is the cookies. I'm going to go ahead and finish opening these. All right, we've got a little woven basket, which is adorable, and it comes with a piece of paper like came with all of the donuts. That way you can put the cookies on the tray after you make them. In the utensil package, we've got our handy, not so handy tweezers, and also the spatula that you can use to spread the icing on top of the cookies. I actually find that spatula to be more handy than the tweezers. All right, next we've got sprinkles, and these are the same rainbow sprinkles that we've seen in the past. It's not a full rainbow. You've got blue, yellow, and pink in there, but those are very, very cute. And last but not least, we've got party pink cookie icing is what it says on the front of the resin. All right, so I'm going to get my bag for the birthday cookies. Well, we have a lot of birthday themed items. It just occurred to me. We've got birthday churros. We've got a birthday cake in previous series. And now we've got birthday cookies. So somebody at MGA is very into celebrating birthdays, I guess. But, these are cute. And realistically, you could turn these cookies into any kind of cookies. I mean, you could tint your resin or use clear resin from the craft store. And you could tint it with chalk pastels, and you could make any kind of icing that you want, really. You could even use leftover icing you have from previous projects. And you could make these Halloween cookies or Christmas cookies or, anything that you really want to, which that's a great idea for a video. So I guess I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to buy myself, like 6 different copies of the birthday cookies, and I'm gonna have to open them up and then decorate them with all different ideas. So I will give you guys, some inspiration, some ideas for what you can do with your Miniverse. That's a great idea if you get doubles. Also, if you aren't using the weight guide, you're just buying them randomly. Especially if you buy some at one store, some at another, it's very likely that you're going to get duplicates. So I suggest that you go ahead and check out, do something fun with your duplicates. Don't just, like be disappointed that you got 2 of the same thing. Make the second one something different. That's a great way to make the most out of your situation. All right, so here we go with our third ball. Or wait, is this our fourth? We had the Choco Bear Pops, the birthday cookies, and the baked potato. Okay, so this is gonna be our fourth one. So I am recording the weight, and let's get this thing open. Possibly when we've opened more of them, I will be able to guess if we have any duplicate items because, with the case being full, it's more full than 12 items. There's, I think, 18 in there. So if we've got 18 actual items, I should have, stands to reason, some duplicates. Well, I mean, there has to be duplicates if there's 18. Okay, so I'm going to open our utensils first because that won't give away the surprise. There's nothing else in the utensils bag. And then the next thing we've got is, oh, cool, graham crackers. Okay, so I know what we've got now. The next item is going to be our chocolate resin. This is a thick chocolate syrup. There you go. And next we've got a bag of marshmallows. Oh, it even says right on it, s'mores marshmallows. So the funny thing is, I was going to say, what makes s'mores marshmallows different from previous iterations of marshmallows that we've gotten? But I can actually answer that. I'm going to show you guys what the s'mores marshmallows look like when they're open. So give me one moment to cut this bag carefully so I don't destroy it, so that I can remove the s'mores. See, like you can't even really tell that the bag is open because I used the X-Acto. All right, inside here, we've got rubbery marshmallow pieces that have been toasted on the sides, which I have to admit, they do not look toasted. Okay, the sides are yellow. I'm not actually impressed with these. I'm going to check. Yeah, all of them look like that. They're yellow on the sides. So frankly, if I was toasting marshmallows, the sides of them would be brown, like speckled with brown. But these s'mores are edged with yellow. So I'm going to have to change that when I make these. This rubber that these marshmallows are made out of is extremely rubbery and even a little bit sticky. So I think if you were to use a chalk pastel and just gently rub it on the edge of these, you could easily make them look a million times better with a little bit of brown, or like a mixture of brown and black, or tan brown and black. I mean, you could really make them look toasted and impressive, but so far, that's one of the only ingredients I have not been all that impressed with when it comes to the Miniverse. Okay, now, bane of my existence. Oh, never mind. I saw the paper. I'll explain what I was thinking. So a lot of times when you open items like this and it's got the paper, a lot of times the paper will be inside this packaging like this. And you'll go to tear the paper package and you'll tear right through the piece of paper that comes with it. So I am glad to see that they're folding these in half and sticking them inside the tray, because that makes it so much less likely that you'll ruin it. I cannot tell you how many of the hot dogs I opened in the Cafe Series 2. And when I tore the package like this, I literally just tore the piece of paper that you're supposed to use to line the tray. I just tore it in half, which was completely by accident. And no matter how many times I opened the cases, I kept doing it because, like, you open 20 balls that don't have the paper in them, and then you open one and maybe it's my ADHD, but I did that so many times. All right. And then the final ingredient in the s'mores is going to be the chocolate bar. So it's pretty small. Okay, there's 2 of them in there, but it's weird because the chocolate bar, it feels like there's not a whole lot of pieces in there. I hope there's enough to match up because it looks like we got 6 s'mores. 6 of them, like marshmallow mashed, like square pieces. So I hope there's an even amount of chocolate and then also, of course, the graham crackers so that we can make, however many of them. All right. So in the graham cracker box, I'll show you what we've got there. We've got full-size graham crackers. So we've got the big rectangles, which is interesting because that tells me that you are expected to cut these in half. I mean, because they don't expect you to make s'mores like this, right? Like huge. Maybe they do. I mean, I guess I should look at the picture on the. No. So the picture, look at this. The picture shows you individual squares, which means that they expect you to break these or cut these. Okay. So if I fold them, I'm trying to see if I can do this without my X-Acto knife. I mean, I have a knife and I would have cut these apart anyway, even if you weren't meant to, because that's the whole point of these things. I like experimenting, but look, I'm folding them. They're not breaking apart. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was able to force it. So yeah, now I have, oh, sorry, I'm dropping things. Now I have the top and bottom of the s'mores. But so in the box, they gave us 1, 2, 3, 4 of the full size, which means eight s'mores altogether. So you should be able to, yeah, that seems right. There should be 8 squished marshmallows that are toasted, and hopefully we'll have 8 pieces of chocolate bar. So you should be able to make 8 s'mores sandwiches out of what you get in this package. So that's actually great. I mean, that's more than I thought. I thought that you were going to get to make 2. So even though I'm not that impressed with what the marshmallows look like, I'm going to give MGA a thumbs up for giving us 8 individual s'mores sandwiches that you can make with the ingredients of just one package, because that is actually pretty impressive. All right, so I'm recording the weight over here in my spreadsheet, and I'm going to bag up the contents of the s'mores. Put all that stuff in here. Once I start getting duplicates, I'll actually start listing the extras on my Mercari site, hopefully tonight or tomorrow. But for now, most of the ones that I'm getting and opening are going to be my own, because I want to get the video with the weight guide up right away. So here we go. Okay, I'm recording another weight. Oh, this one is almost exactly on the grams. So if it was 10 grams, it would be 10.00 as opposed to, 10.41 or whatever. This one is actually right on the number. All right, here we go. Get that outer wrapper off there. And let's see what we got. These definitely are a little bit smaller. We don't have as many ingredients as you have for the diner balls, that's for sure. All right, so in this one, we've got the tweezers and a large spoon. And this is the same spoon that we saw in the caramel corn and the unicorn popcorn in the cafe series too. And then the next item is, oh, I'm so excited. Okay, this is the snow cones. So we've got the snow cone holders, which look absolutely 100% exactly like the snow cone holders that you would see at the beach in New Jersey or in Hawaii. When I was there, we ate so much shave ice. They don't call them snow cones in Hawaii. They call them shave ice. And they come in those little flower cups. So that's awesome. Points for realism there. So I think the only 2 other things that come with this one are going to be, right? So there's the ice. So it's very similar from what it looks like. It's very similar to the ice that came in the cherry and blue raspberry slushy in Cafe Series 2, except those were in a bag. You got a bag of this ice, but this shaved ice is in a container, a little plastic container. And these plastic containers, if you use up all this ice, these little plastic containers with lids, along with the whipped cream containers that are the same size and shape, these are great for mixing resin in. If you are changing your resin to a different color, I keep all the empty whipped cream containers from items that I've made. And I don't need 26 copies of the same whipped cream container, so I use them to mix resin in. And then there we go. We've got the blue raspberry shave ice flavoring. And I gotta say, kudos for the shape of the bottle because it looks exactly like the real ones do, the syrup bottles, especially once you put the spout on the top. What I will say, though, is that sometimes these can be really difficult to get the resin out of the bottom. Any of the bottles where the bottom is thicker than the top, the syrup bottles, especially from Diner Series 1 and Cafe Series 1, where you had like the pancakes and the waffles, the resin just really, I had so many bottles where I actually took my X-Acto knife and I cut the container around like the neck and took off the narrow part so that I could scoop out the resin because it would just get stuck in the bottom and didn't want to come out. So that was, kind of frustrating. All right, so let me mark off my Blue Raz snow cones. I'm going to update the weight chart with the weight that I recorded and put that in there. Okay, and so I've opened one of those, and then I've got to get a little baggie to put the snow cones into. Blue Raz snow cones. Awesome. Yeah, I think this is going to be one of my favorite ones to make from the Cafe series. I'm so excited to make the snow cones because I want to see how realistic they look. Once you actually like try to mix the resin in with the flavor syrup, the blue raspberry, I want to see what they're going to look like. Are they going to like look really realistic or are they going to be like very obviously, just resin? Okay, here we go. So I am weighing our next item. This one is a bit heavier than all of the rest of the ones we've opened so far. So let's check this out. Okay. And wow, as sharp as this thing is, it does not want to cut through the ball at the seam. Gets caught up on there. Okay, there we go. So pop the ball open. All right, so we have a placemat in this one. We've got a little checkerboard yellow thing that says stay cool. So looking at my food guide, there's only one item that could be. All right. So we've got ice. Oh, and again, wow, that is a lot of ice. That is almost exactly like the ice that comes with the snow cones. So if you want to make more snow cones in different flavors, you could probably make like paper cups. Okay, another inspiration for a video. I'm going to have to do that. You could make like paper snow cone cups, and then you could absolutely use the ice that comes with the banana berry smoothie, and you could make snow cones using that. All right, so we've got another mason jar container. This one is different than the one from the root beer float because it doesn't have a handle, but it is just like another mason jar that says mini on it. Then we've got the smoothie mix, which is hilarious because this looks exactly like actual smoothie containers that I've seen at the grocery store. So you've got strawberry banana smoothie mix, which is actually the resin, of course. Then we've got our tweezers with the little ball for the cloche cover. And then you've got one of the narrow drinking straws, the little plastic straws. Another tip that I often give people, you don't have to use this drinking straw and put it in the glass, like put it in all the way. Obviously, you take it out of the wrapper, but put it in here and then put the resin in and then cure it. You can actually cut and only use a tiny piece of the straw. Use any X-Acto knife, cut the straw really short, cure most of the resin, put the very small amount of straw in the top of the glass and then cure it. It'll look like your straw goes all the way down into your drink. That's one way to make your drinking straw. Like you can turn this one drinking straw into straws that you can use for like 4 different drinks just by cutting it into small pieces. So there's a little hack for you. All right. And then last but not least, we've got the fruit that you're going to use to garnish your smoothie. You get 2 whole strawberries and some cut banana slices. So that is actually making me hungry. That looks pretty realistic. And we have a smoothie place right around the corner from my office where I'm at right now. Banana berry smoothie. I could really go for a banana berry smoothie, actually. I have to be in like the right mood for them. I've got Crohn's, so my body does not like it when I drink smoothies. But, oh man, they're so good. All right. I should find out what the name is of the smoothie that I get all the time because it's a chain that we have around here. forget what it's called. It's like a nationwide chain though. But we have this chain that's right here and they're so good. But I always get the same smoothie and I add peach to it and it's just so much better than it is without the peach. So I'll have to get the name of that and actually announce it the next time I'm making a video. Totally unrelated to, I mean, I guess it's not unrelated because we're talking about smoothies. But do you have a favorite smoothie flavor? I'd love to hear what you guys like as far as smoothies go because you could totally use this cafe series smoothie and tint the resin or use leftover resin from other projects and you could make a different flavor smoothie if you wanted to. Don't feel like you're stuck married to whatever comes on the package. You don't have to make banana berry smoothies. Okay, so I'm going to weigh the next ball and record that weight. This one is on the lighter side. Let's get to it. Okay. That X-Acto is so sharp. I think I said this earlier in the live stream, but my husband, I can't believe he trusted me with an X-Acto knife this sharp because normally I hurt myself really easily. All right, here we go. So I'm going to open the resin first this time. Whoa, I don't know if you saw that on screen, but looks like a whole bunch of powder came out of the envelope when I opened it. That was weird. Okay, so guess what? 2 in a row. Well, not in a row because we had the smoothie in between, but we've got our first duplicate of the case. We have another blue raspberry snow cones. So I'm going to mark the bag and I'm going to open only that resin. I'm going to leave everything else sealed because whenever I sell my items on Mercari, if I can leave the bag sealed because I know what the item is, then I will. So I try to leave them sealed, let the person that's buying it have a little fun and open the bags themselves. So there you go. My first double. I'm going to record the weight in my spreadsheet and document that I have now opened 2 blue raspberry snow cones. Okie doke. All right, on to the next ball. And this one, we're swinging back in the other direction. This one's pretty heavy, actually. So let's open this one up and see what we've got in here. What do we think on the weight guide would be on the heavier side? I'm going to guess that what do I think would be heavier? I don't know. Maybe the bagel with lox would be heavy. It seems like there's a decent amount of ingredients in that one. I'm not really sure. Okay. Oh, guess what? We have a duplicate again because the round stay cool placemat. So that was quick. 2 right on top of each other that are doubles. So the banana berry smoothie we have again. Oh, actually, that weight was exactly the same as the weight for the first one. So that is always good to see. That means that when you buy them, they are very consistent across the different balls, which is always great because if you're in a store and you're trying to find them and you've got your little scale, I showed you guys this, right? The scale that I use. Again, in the description, if you go down there, my affiliate link for Amazon is down there. But anyway, that scale, I keep it in my purse. I pull it out and then I weigh the balls that are on the shelf and I know exactly what I'm buying before I leave the store. So there we go. All right. I bagged up the second banana berry smoothie and put that duplicate off to the side. So I will list that one on my Mercari shop later. All right, let's see how many balls we have left in here. Still quite a few. There's a lot in here. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to do a quick count. 4, 5. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow, there's 15 that we haven't opened yet. So we haven't opened 15. I've got 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so if I'm counting correctly, 23. 23. That seems like a weird number. I thought these cases had 24 balls in them. I'll double check the number at the end, but okay. So did I weigh this one yet? No, I did not. Okay. Let's weigh this. I'm going to type in the weight to my spreadsheet. And then let's open this up. right. I am alone at my office in a business park currently because my husband is watching the kids, and I figured I would take the opportunity to get on and do a live stream when I didn't have to have the kids with me. All right, there we go. We've got good morning placemat. So I think that one, yep, that only comes with one item. So anyway, he's watching the kids, but every once in a while I hear like noise, which is weird because there's nobody really in the shopping center this time of night. All right, here's our package. Oh, it is so cute. Can you see that detail? They are sesame seed bagels. Wow, they look like they are toasted. Okay, so first of all, again, with attention to detail from MGA, I'm just blown away. Like full, all the way around packaging. There's a barcode. I mean, these couldn't look better. You get a bread clip on the bag, which again, that stunned me about the ones that came with toast. But look at that. We got a bread clip on there. And then even better, when you open them, well, I don't know if this is better, but sure enough, even when you take the bread clip off, look, you can't take the item out through the top because the bag is still sealed. So that's interesting. I don't know if it was harder for them to make the bags open and only sealed by the bread clip, but okay. So I'm going to put a little tiny thin slice in the packaging here so that I can get my bagels out the back of the bag. So I can show you what one looks like really close up. So you get two in there. This is what they look like. Oh, it's not just sesame seeds. It's like an everything bagel. They have what feels like sand, um, like glued or resined already onto the top and bottom of the bagel, which is amazing detail. It looks so good. So it's like it looks like salt and sesame seeds. And then inside, it's not even a flat, it's textured. I mean, like it really looks like a bagel. I used to actually have to make bagels back when I worked at Dunkin' Donuts a million years ago. And like that is definitely realistic as to what a bagel looks like inside and out. So you get two bagels. Put those back in the bagel bag real quick. When I make my videos, the actual video where I film it, where my mini me in the kitchen like creates the Miniverse items, I really like to have it look like, you know, she's opening the products for the first time. So I try not to damage these when I open them for myself. I've never done a live stream before where I've opened them. So I'm going to try and like, there you go. I put them back in the bag. Not quite as perfect as new, but close. And you could never tell that I cut the back of the bag open to show you guys. All right, next item. We've got our tweezers and the top of the cloche ball. And then we've also got a knife. My plastic knife is all bent. Not quite sure what happened. I guess the way they had to squeeze it into the ball, but you do get your plastic knife. Next, so see, I guessed right. I said which one was going to be heavy, and I thought it would be the bagels. All right, so here we go. We've got a big rectangular plate. And again, we've seen this before. This is the same plate that came with the churros. And I think we also got that same plate. Yeah, we did. We got that plate in the diner series earlier as well. It came with the skewers. All right, the next item, we've got capers, which that's insanely adorable. Now I definitely want to make pasta. So you've got capers, which is an even smaller shaker container. Like this container is smaller than the one that comes with the chocolate chips. Like I can definitely tell that it's a tiny container. And you've got the little green caper balls in there. I'll open the resin last. And then this is so cool. These are, it says Happy Catch, and it is smoked salmon slices, really paper thin smoked salmon slices that literally they have the white stripes on one side and are like transparent on the other. Sorry, I'm clumsy. I've got arthritis in both of my hands and it can be really hard to hold items. All right, there we go. So hopefully you can see that okay. But I mean, super impressive. So you get your smoked salmon. That's the lox. And then you've got a tub of cream cheese. So we've got Happy Sun Creamery. Okay, so we've got Happy Sun Farms is where they grow all the stuff. And then Happy Sun Creamery is where they make the cream cheese and I guess the milk-based products. And I'm curious to see if this is gonna be like a thick, like creamy resin, because that'll be really interesting. I mean, we all know how thick like actual cream cheese is, so I'm definitely interested to see how well they did on making the resin look really realistic. Okay, so let's see. Cream cheese. Oh, it doesn't even say that. It says lox. Bagel with lox. I'm going to put bagel with cream cheese since I already wrote it on my bag, and lox. Again, this is just for myself anyway. I do look at these bags when I bag up items for my Mercari shop, but since this is the first one I've opened, and since I sliced the bagel package open, this will be, my own that I open and construct for my own collection. All right, so bagel with cream cheese. And let me check my spreadsheet real quick, and we will move on to the next one. I think that might be my favorite one so far in this series. That was so good. All right. Turn my scale back on because the thing turned off. All right. Record that weight. And let's do another one. If any of you guys have any questions, I am going to be in the live stream chat. I'm in there as Crafty Magic Dolls. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in there as Evan's Family Lego Project. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will reply under my other account because I am recording this on my computer, but I'm watching the live stream on my phone. That way I have access to the chat. Since I don't have staff or assistants or anything, I don't have anybody to watch my chat for me. All right, so let's open this one. I'm going to start with the resin, and we've got, oh, wow. Interesting. So this is a new container, or at least a new lid, different from anything we've seen. And this is going to be the Happy Sun Farms smoothie, and it is the dragon fruit smoothie. So this is the dragon fruit bowl. It also came with a different color Good Morning placemat. We've got a bag of granola, which feels like sand. It's probably going to be a colored sand. And then we've got our bowl, which is interesting. So this is the smoothie bowl, and it is textured. It has like ridges around the outside. It's different than the cereal bowls that we saw from series 1. It's got a nice wide bottom, and it's like a frosted color too. It's not clear like the other ones were. We've got the fruit that comes with it, which is blueberry and pineapple chunks, which is great. I love that we seem to be getting a variety of fruits. Again, you could make this smoothie bowl with any fruit you have left over from any of the other recipes. And then inside here, we're going to have our tweezers and also our spoon. So this smoothie bowl, this dragon fruit smoothie bowl, this would be a really easy one to turn into a frozen moment style where you position the spoon above the bowl and you have the smoothie dripping off the spoon with like pieces of fruit either on the spoon or like falling back into the bowl. A friend of mine, actually somebody who bought several of these Miniverse from me on Mercari, and since then we've kind of become friends, which is awesome. She's just as into these miniatures as I am, and now I have like a friend to talk to when I'm actively toy hunting, which has been great. She made some incredible frozen moments ones that have like splashes. I'm going to have to ask her for permission to either like link to her videos or use some of her images because the ones that she made are incredible. I mean, I thought my frozen moments were pretty good until I saw the ones that she created with like splashes where stuff is like, hitting the bowl and splashing. And she's so talented at working with miniatures. So I will definitely, when I put together the full video with the weight guide, I will definitely have to share Melissa's frozen moments one with you so you can actually see a variety of what different ones look like. Okay, so that is the dragon fruit bowl. I am recording the weight. I am opening, getting another one. I'm writing down the weight for that. And let's get it open. All right. So here we go. think I see a color for a package in there that I don't recognize. It looks like, oh no, I think we've had some that color before, but got this like bright orange. Looking back at the pile of trash behind me, it looks like I've only opened one other package. Happy Sun Farms, made fresh, it says. And inside we have whipped cream. Oh, look at that. We've got whipped cream in a completely new color. So this is the matcha whipped cream. So this is going to be the whipped cream that has matcha powder on top of it. So that must mean that we are opening the matcha latte. So again, we have got the mason jar with a handle. Well, it's weird. It's a mason jar shaped, sort of, with the handle, but like the mason jar is a little more squared off. No, this one is squared off. That's weird. All the other mason jars that we got from other series had like words engraved into the front, like you see on a regular mason jar, and this one doesn't. It's just clear all the way around. Okay, we've got the iced matcha smoothie powder, or not powder, resin. The drink. Oh, I missed that. We've also got a placemat, which it says Rise and Shine Tea Company. I'm going to actually admit that I don't know what matcha is. I kind of know what it is. It's like green tea related, I believe. But I don't like tea. I don't like iced tea, so I've never tried it. There used to be this drink at Starbucks like a million years ago that I think may have been matcha, and it had like a raspberry sauce that went over the top, and I loved it. I was actually working there at the time, and I loved that drink so much, but they got rid of the sauce that went on it, like the wild berry or the raspberry, whatever the sauce was, they got rid of it. And the drink just wasn't the same without it. So that was disappointing. I'm probably dating myself if anybody's a fan of Starbucks. I don't know what that drink was called, but it was like, oh, let me guess how long ago it has been. It was like 2005, 2006. Oh my God, when I worked at Starbucks. Anyway, so you get a drinking straw and again, your paper guides. So that is the matcha latte, which they should really, it's the iced matcha latte. Like they really should call it an iced matcha latte because like I know like even not being into tea, I know that matcha is a hot drink. Like matcha, right? Am I crazy? Like matcha lattes I thought were supposed to be hot. I thought all lattes were supposed to be hot. I mean, there's such thing as an iced latte, but like that's a thing. It's an iced latte then. All right. So sorry, I'm probably getting hung up on something really stupid. All right. So there's the matcha latte, and we will put that in the bag. So that is that. Okay. Now we are getting down a little further. I can almost see the end of the box. Man, there's a lot in here, though. I mean, seriously. Okay, I've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 12 left to open. So let's do this. What I'm probably going to do, if I get the full series of 12, so if I find the mango popsicles, the chicken soup, the pickles, I already got the bagel with lox. I didn't check that off. Okay. So if I find the mango popsicles, the chicken soup, and the pickles, I will probably open them on camera, and then I'll probably just end the live stream so it's not like 2 hours and you're not watching me open a whole bunch of doubles. Because at this point, of all the items that are in this case, I'm only missing 3. So I'm not looking for that many more. I also think I'm going to start comparing the weights to the ones that I've already opened so I can see if I'm looking for actually, yeah, give me one moment. I'm going to rearrange them in my spreadsheet by weight. And that way I can compare to the weight of the ones I've already opened. So I can see if I have, if I'm like opening one that I think is something I've already opened. Because I don't want to bore you guys to death with a bunch of repeats. So let's see. All right. Here we go. There is a pretty wide variety of weights from the ones I've already opened. There are some that are close together, but there seems to be a pretty good gap between a lot of them. So it looks like, okay, here we go. All right, so I've got another weight for the next ball. And if I'm correct, well, this could be another dragon fruit bowl. And if it is, like I said, I'm not going to bore you to death. If I get it open and I realize right away that it's a duplicate, I'm just going to bag it up. We don't have to open all the ingredients and look at it a million times to see that it's the same thing. So let's see if my weights are correct. And okay, so it says good morning again. Yeah, I'm right. So this is a dragon fruit bowl. That's the only one that comes with this yellow good morning thing. So that's good. That means my weights are consistent. And that's great to see. So now I have 2 of the dragon fruit bowls. Can record that weight over there. All right, and I'm just gonna write that on the bag and put it away. So dragon fruit bowl, that's great too, because that means that I can list this dragon fruit bowl on my Mercari shop this evening. And the more duplicates I have, the more items I have to put in my shop right away. And that's great because I always have customers that do not want to wait for these things to hit store shelves. And I do not charge scalper pricing. Like, yes, I cover my costs, which means what I spend on them at the store, including the state sales tax. So like if I pay $6.99 for one of these, it's $7.70. I'm sorry. Yeah, $6.99. It's $7.70 with the sales tax factored in. So like I'm gonna charge more than the $7.70 because like I need to reimburse myself for what I paid. Plus, I take into account the 4% and 10% Mercari fees that they take out. And I also charge a little bit for my shipping supplies, my thank you cards, my the gift wrap that I use, the shipping envelopes. Like I have to pay for all that stuff, so I factor that into my costs. So like a $6.99 ball costs me $11.60 to sell on Mercari, and my 10.9 and my 9.99 balls, the larger ones like the diner series and the lifestyle series, those cost me 14.70 to sell. So, that's what I'm charging based on that. Also, if there's like a really rare item and I have to hunt it down, yeah, I'm going to charge a little bit more. If I have to go to 6 different stores to find a certain item, like that was the case with the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese was really close in weight to several other items in that series. And like I often had to go, it was also one of the balls that was like near the opening when you opened a brand new case. So often the mac and cheese was gone. So I had to go from store to store finding mac and cheese for people. And like, yeah, I need to charge something for all that time and energy that I spend driving around finding them. I mean, like, I like helping other collectors find the items, but okay, this is so exciting. This is a new item. So there are labels and it says homemade by and pickled on. And it is actually made so that you can write on the labels. That's so, I mean, MGA just keeps blowing me away with the cute factor. Okay. Next, we've got the pickle spears, which there's a lot. Oh, they're so detailed. The outside is darker than the inside. They look like real cucumber slices, and you can see the seeds. I don't know if you guys can see that detail. You can see the seeds on the cucumber slices. Oh God, that's so cool. I love how much attention to detail MGA pays. Okay, next we've got mustard seed, which is tiny little. I mean, that's really funny because I don't think mustard seed is like gold, but we got these tiny little gold balls. Mustard seed, that is to put in the pickling container. We also got, our tweezers and a spoon. I guess that's for mixing up the container of pickling spices in the jar. Next, we've got the mason jar. And here we go. So here's the mason jar. And here's what I mean. It's got mini like inscribed on the front of it. So that looks like a real mason jar. And it comes with a lid. So when you put the pickles in the jar, you can actually screw the lid on. Now, if you got the, was it the kitchen or the all you can eat? I think it was the all you can eat, like the $60 big giant package. It came with 2 of these mason jars that you can use as like canisters for your kitchen. I think I put cereal in mine and put them in the background. And then next, you've got vinegar. So now just for the record, if you were to put mustard seed and vinegar in a jar with cucumber slices you would not get pickles. Just so everybody understands that. Really what they should have done, instead of saying mustard seed, they should have said pickling spices. And then they could have put not only these gold balls that are in here, but also some black seeds, some other different colors. Because if you ever look at a container of pickling spices, like it's not just mustard seed. They don't look just like, just gold balls. There's little black pieces that are floating around. I mean, like if you've ever opened a jar of pickles, you know what the things are that are like floating around in the jar. So obviously, when I make mine, I'm going to have to alter my recipe a little bit. Um, you could probably use a tiny bit of the herbs from whichever recipe it was that came with a jar of herbs. And then I'm not sure if we have anything that's black in color, but like you definitely need some like black pepper. I mean, like I'm allergic to black pepper, and I still think, you need that in your pickles to make them look accurate. But anyway, so there we go. So we've got pickles, and that's awesome. So now we only have 2 more items that we need in order to have opened the entire series of 12. So let me see if I can find 2 more items that we haven't opened yet. Okay. I am arranging them in order by weight. All right, and there's 2 left. So we're looking for mango popsicles and chicken soup. So let me weigh another item and see if this is really close in weight to anything we've opened already. Yeah, so this is really close to the matcha latte, but we've already opened 2 of them. So I don't know if we're gonna get 3. That seems like it might be a little far-fetched. So let me record this weight and open it up and see if I was off, if this is another matcha latte, or if this is something that is just really close in weight to the matcha latte. Let's check, and we will find out. Oop, almost got my finger there. Got to be careful. This thing is sharp. All right. So we have, oh, wait, guess what? Look at that. So apparently we do have 3 matcha lattes. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, 2. I haven't opened 2 matcha lattes. My bad. I was misreading my chart. Here we go. Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. Matcha latte. Let me look at the bags of the things I've opened already. No, I don't have 2. I've only opened, this is the second one I'm opening. How do I have a weight in there for something else? That's weird. Oh, well, that's really messing me up. Hang on a sec. I gotta look at my bags here. Double check. No, I do not. I only have that one and that one. Okay, that's really weird. So, for some wild reason, I have the weights recorded for 3 different matcha lattes, and I've only opened 2. So, how is that possible? All right, let me bag up this matcha latte, and then I will open the next thing. I don't know what that errant third weight is for, but when I get done with my live stream, I will go back and look at my list and compare all the things I opened to all the weights that I took, and I will hopefully figure out where that extra weight came from. Okay, so I'm recording the weight on this one, and it looks like this is really close to the baked potato. So let's see if we've got another baked potato on our hands or something else. Okay. We can open. Oh, doesn't feel like. Nope. Oh, here we go. This is something different. Here we go. So we have not opened this yet. So that is mango resin. We've got sliced strawberries from Happy Sun Farms. In our utensils, we've got the tweezers, and carefully, we also have 2 popsicle sticks. So that's very cool. In this one, I'm going to have the stand, which this is the exact same stand that we got with the Choco Bear Pops. And I also am going to have this. This is super cool. Okay. So in here, you've got two pieces. I almost threw this away. Got to be careful. This is really unique because this is really getting into like resin, like real resin artist territory. There is a, wow, three pieces. There is a 3-piece resin mold. And this is like, I mean, I've made resin jewelry and stuff. This is silicone, high quality silicone. I'm surprised. I can't believe these things are $6.99. Wow. Anyway, so you get the resin mold, which is this silicone mold that peels away from the resin once it hardens. It's clear so that you can cure the resin through it. And then it comes with a lid. And you put the lid on. It's kind of a tough fit because it's rubbery. Now, let me see if I can get this to actually go on. It's a little bit of a challenge. It doesn't want to kind of stick down. Okay, well, no. Well, that's weird. It keeps folding up and like popping off, but okay. So that might be an issue. It also looks like mine's like folded up a little bit because it was in the box or in the ball. But you do need to get the lid on there pretty snug, which is going to be hard if you've got resin in this and then you're trying to put the lid on. Like that could be a disaster because you're going to have resin leaking out all over the place. I'm going to say, wow, yeah, this is a pain. I would not want a child to deal with this. Like if you've got a kid and they're making these things, I would insist that you help them with the popsicles because holy crap, this is a problem. Okay, so look, I've got this 2-piece mold, right? And I'm going to put the mold together. I'm going to make sure everything's tight and squeezed together so that when you put resin in there, it doesn't leak everywhere. It's got like all these different connections so that it holds securely. Then you've got this top piece, which is like a Tupperware lid. And this is necessary because if you want to harden it with the popsicles and the popsicle sticks in place, like this lid needs to be on here. Okay, I think I finally got it. But in doing so, I did at one point make the bottom pop apart. Okay, I think it's on there. Wow, not very well though. Like you can see the edges are popping up. Anyway, basically what you do is you put the lid on. You can see that the lid's not sitting on there straight. So like I don't know what to do with that. But anyway, the idea is that once you fill it with resin, you're supposed to put the popsicle sticks in there. Now, obviously, if I just put them in like this, they'll drop to the top. So you can't do that. You have to wait until this is filled with resin. Then you have to put the lid on, and then you have to put the sticks in the middle and then harden it so that the popsicle is created in the mold. Then when it's finished and you're sure that the resin is hardened, you have to take the lid off and then peel the mold apart. I mean, this is how actual like resin crafters who are making like professional like jewelry and stuff like that. They work with a lot of resin molds like this. So it's interesting. This is the first time in the Miniverse series that we're seeing an actual resin mold where you're creating a permanent shape out of the resin that wasn't there before. You're not just pouring like a liquid resin onto something else and using it to decorate it like a syrup or a sauce, but you're actually making the resin into the popsicle, which is really cool. I mean, I'm glad we're seeing that. I'm glad we're getting something new and different. And, that people that have never worked with resin as a craft, of their own are like actually getting a chance to see what the resin looks like, in a situation like that. But, it's going to be challenged. I wouldn't let a child do that because if you're younger than I don't even know. At 13, 12, 13, I wouldn't have had the dexterity to assemble that popsicle without getting resin everywhere. I would have spilled resin everywhere. I would have been frustrated because I would have it spilling out the sides of the mold. Like I would have made a total mess. I would have ruined the item. So I've got to recommend that if you are doing this series and you have a kid that is interested, I would not let them make the mango popsicles. I just wouldn't. I would have an adult at the very least help with it because I think they're just going to be really disappointed and frustrated when you make a big mess with it. And plus, I mean, like resin is not a thing that you want to have all over your hands. You really don't. So I have to say, I don't recommend like letting a kid play with that one. Okay, so I've got the weight moved over for that one. So we are now looking for one final item. I'm going to weigh another ball. The only one that we still need is the chicken soup. So I'm going to record the weight of this one. And let's get this open. Let's see if we can find that chicken soup, that chicken noodle soup. I really liked the mac and cheese and like the other savory ones that we got last time. I thought they were really cool. The mac and cheese, like I said, the baked potatoes, I'm really excited about. Even the bagel with lox, I thought was great. Okay, so we've got a placemat. So speaking of the bagel with lox, that's what this one is going to be. We're going to have another bagel with lox. So I'm going to just go ahead and bag this one up since we've already seen this one. Oh, sorry, I'm starting to end up with a bunch of the trash from the ones I've opened under my feet. Let's see, bagel with lox. All right. And the nice thing is I can just put that whole ball together in there. Perfect. So just record the weight in the right place. And we're done with that. All right. So moving on to the next one. Here we go. All right. So this is a little bit, this one weight-wise is kind of in the middle of the pack, it looks like. It's not exactly the same as any of the other weights that I've opened. So let's see if we are fortunate enough. Oh, nope. Right off the bat, I see the pickles labels. So we've got our second jar of pickles, which again is great, is fine. I don't mind having duplicates. But for the sake of this live stream, I don't want to open all the duplicates because if there's 20 something items, I mean, my live stream opening 15 of the Diner Series balls was like an hour and a half long. So I'm sure this live stream has already been insanely long. All right, let's record the weight on another one and put that in there. Yep. It does look like whenever I have duplicates though, that the weights are really consistent between the two. So that's fantastic news because that means that, once I've opened another couple of cases, I should have enough weights to feel confident putting my weight guide out and being able to say, here guys, these are the weights you're looking for. All right. We've got another placemat. It says just like home on a dark, like orangey pink one, and this is going to be our baked potatoes. So again, that's great. We don't need to open it though because we've already seen the baked potatoes. I am in love though. I have to say, finding out that the inside of the baked potatoes is like that kinetic sand so that you can like scoop out the inside of the potatoes. I'm still blown away by that. I'm like speechless. I have no idea. I just expected the potatoes to be like, a little piece of plastic and that they were all the same. So seeing that they're, made so that you can really individualize them, that's awesome. Like that's that's why I love these Miniverse items just so much. Okay. So I'm going to guess that this is another s'mores. It's really close in weight to the s'mores. And and we've only opened one of the s'mores so far. So it looks like we might get doubles of everything. Is that possible? There's 12. Yeah. Well, wait, didn't I say there was 23 in the case? Again, my math might be off. If there's 24, then I think we're going to get a duplicate of everything. All right. So we've got the basket with the handles, and that looks like it comes with the s'mores and the birthday cookies. Was that the same? No, I think the birthday cookies comes with a different basket. Okay, so let me check the resin just to double check. All right. Yeah, we've got the chocolate sauce. So this is going to be another s'mores. So again, good. My weights are coming up the same over and over, which is great. All right, so put that one in with the s'mores. Write that on the bag. If anybody's interested, these items will be in my Mercari shop. likely by the end of the night, unless something comes up when I get home with my kids, in which case they'll be up by the end of the day tomorrow. All right, so it looks like I've got 4 balls left. Are we going to find the elusive chicken soup? Let's find out now. All right, I've got another weight. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry about that. Oop. No, I hit the wrong thing. There we go. Sorry about that. Boy, I must be getting tired because I'm like misclicking on everything that I'm doing on my spreadsheet. That's super annoying. Okay, I did document that I had opened one of the mango popsicles, and now I've got this weight written down. So let's see if we've found the soup yet. With 3 balls left to open. Okay, do we have a placemat? Doesn't seem that way. Let's find the resin. We've got a spout. And we've got popsicles again. All right. So that's cool. So we've got 2 of the mango popsicles. 2 of those that we've opened. All right, write that down. 2 mango popsicles in the case. And I can bag all that up. All right, 3 left. It seems like the last one we open might be our elusive soup. So let's check the weight. All right. And let's do this. Just want to get through these last 3 so that I can figure out that one space on my spreadsheet that has the wrong, like that. I've got 3 weights recorded for something that I only opened 2 of them. I'm dying to go back and figure out what it is. All right. So we've got an orange, just like home checkerboard. Oh, there we go. I think this is going to be our soup, everybody. There it is. All right. So there is our Happy Sun Farms pieces of shredded chicken. I don't know that looks like shredded chicken, but we'll go with it. It's got a chicken on the front, so I don't think that's the noodles. All right. And then in this package, we've got, mirepoix. We've got carrots, celery, and onion. You know, the basis for any good soup is mirepoix. And then you've got chicken stock, which that container looks amazing. Love the chicken stock. What else do we have in here? All right. So we have a box of the spiral noodles. So this is the same noodles that are in the pesto facility. So that's really cool. So that is awesome. Pesto facility. And then we've got whatever is in, there's going to be our bowl. And that is, again, a different bowl than we've ever had before. It's got the line around the outside. It's completely transparent. And this is going to be our spoon. So that's awesome. So, yep, we've got our little plastic spoon and our tweezers. So that's it, guys. That is our last one. That is the 12 items. I guess since I've only got 2 left, I might as well just go ahead and open them without ending the stream. I'll tell you guys what the breakdown is of the case by doing that. So let's find out what we've got doubles of. Hang on. Let me bag up this chicken noodle soup. And we might as well open these last 2, and I can tell you what we got and what we got doubles of so that, you know, we've gotten this far. If we still had like 6 balls left, I'd say I'd just post the final results on my Instagram. But since there's only 2 left, might as well open them and see what we get duplicates of, because my Diner Series cases were exactly the same. I had 15 balls in each. You got one of each of the 12 items in the series and then 3 duplicates. And from one case to the other, the duplicates were the same. There was 2 of the same thing. I might as well tell you, actually. There was 2 of the taiyaki ice cream. There was 2 of the pesto fusilli pasta and 2 of the crunchy tacos in each series. So if you're looking for those items, the good news is that those are less rare because there's 2 of them in every case, whereas the rest of the items, there's only 1 per case. So those are the only things you're going to potentially get doubles of unless you are buying from multiple cases. All right, here we go. Open this up and let's go right to the resin so we can find out what we have. All right. Oh, look at that. 2 in a row. Boom. So there is 2 chicken noodle soups. They were just at the bottom of the box. So after opening all of those items, we actually got 2 chicken noodle soups. So let me write that down. Chicken soup. And we will open this very last ball. And that's great because that means somebody on my Mercari can get their own chicken noodle soup tonight. All right. Chicken soup has 2. Get the weight of that in there. Okay, and let's find out what the last item is. Oh, guess what? I think that I figured it out. It looks like you're going to get 2 of every single item in the case. Now, what I didn't mention was I did open a bear pop before I started the live stream. I had opened just one because I wanted to have the guide ready so that I could, so that I would know what items were in the series. So I did open one at home last night before I came to my office today. And so when you take that into account, that first bear pop, it looks like every other item we have basically opened 2 of, except for one. And so when I find out what's in this one, I will be able to confirm. And it looks like the case is going to have 24 items in the case of the cafe series. And that means you're going to get 2 of every single item. So that's great. That means there's nothing that's super rare. There shouldn't be anything that's extra hard to find. And in this one, there it is. We've got the birthday cookies. So let me take one last look at my weight guide. But I think birthday cookies. Yep. And I just found out where the missing weight went. There we go. I had accidentally recorded one of the weights on the wrong line. So that's it. So perfect. So it looks like every single item, the weights of like the 2 snow cones were almost exactly the same. The 2 bagels, almost the same. Yeah, looking down the chart. Okay, so the Choco Bear Pop was 2 grams. One of them was 2 grams heavier than the other. But everything else that I opened, both of the items, like both of the birthday cookies, almost exactly the same. Some of the items, like when I opened 2 baked potatoes, like they were literally the same weight, both of them. So that's amazing. Okay, so that means if you get a full box of the cafe series, you are going to get 2 full sets. So tonight there will be a full set of the Make It Mini cafe series is going to go up on my Mercari site. So thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I hope it was informative. I will have the weight guide available for you really soon. I'm hoping to have it up this week. I'm going to go pick up another box of these cafe series first thing in the morning because they are coming into another store. And I know that one of the other stores that's right by me has a full case of the diner series if someone else hasn't already gone over there and snagged it. So I'm going to get another couple of cases and open them all and weigh them. And as soon as I'm 100% sure that my weights are accurate, I will get the weight guide up and online. and then I will be able to share it with all you guys in my final video where I make them. So thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to get that video up, and let me know in the comments what you thought.